Alrighty, welcome guys back to the dating coach panel. We got a few interesting guys here with us, and the beauty of the dating coach panel is that we get to explore lots of topics about dating and get so many different perspectives. And even if we get to get similar views, then it becomes extremely clear what the right answers are. I learned that from the first episode. Even the coaches themselves tend to learn things from these discussions, and the feedback has been extremely positive from everyone. So let's get these intros in. I'm gonna do intros, crazy intros for everyone. We have Markus Wolf, voted best pickup artist in World 2023, and we have Alex from Playing with Fire. We have another Alex who used to be part of Real Social Dynamics and now runs 4 Week Natural. And we have another Australian, Sam, who also used to be part of Real Social Dynamics. And we have another Sam, Sam Overton, Fluid Social, not Australian because he's British and his ancestors behaved themselves. So now that we got the little humor out of the way, let's jump straight into these questions. I think first one I'm gonna go with is um what are your here's a super easy one. What are your go-to first dates?
Are we going in any kind of special order or
No, just jump in, no order.
my first go-to first date is inviting the girl straight to my place. If she doesn't want to do that, then my plan B is to invite her to take my dog for a walk and then invite her back to my place 20 minutes later.
Alrighty, what do you tend to do at the place?
If she drinks, I'll have a drink with her. Although typically I don't even drink anymore, so I'll pour her a drink and then I'll drink some kava. If I'm really like in the mood, maybe I'll have a glass of wine and then just escalate and then try to sleep with her basically.
Already.
They're
Oh, I see those dogs in the background. Oh, fuck yeah. That's a fucking amazing one right there. Is that a husky?
It's a Siberian Husky, yeah.
Beautiful. My favorite dog, actually. I gotta get one of those when
Yeah, he's
I
awesome.
stick to one place. Okay, who's next?
Yeah, similar to Alex, I typically will just have the girl straight rounds. It's a lot easier if you can build out the compliance first because the girl comes around, she expects sex, she knows what's going on. You don't have to fuck around, you don't have to worry about anything. It does feel like Uber Eats for sex essentially. So that's going to be my go-to. If not, then a alternative would just be like drink at a bar close by. And the whole goal is you're trying to set a frame that isn't like super relationshipy because that's not congruent with like first night sex. So if you're taking girls on romantic dates, you're taking them to like putt putt or you're going to like a fucking movie or some shit, the girl will be much more willing to say, well, this feels like a real date. This feels like relationshipy. I probably shouldn't be a little bit of a whore and sleep with him on the first night. So something really chill, really easy, just a drink. You're there for an hour, bounce back to your place is the way to go. Just quickly, Alex, you said you drink kava.
Yeah.
What is that? Isn't that like the Polynesian like
Yeah,
drug?
yeah, yeah. It's popular in exactly in like the South Pacific, like Fiji and stuff like that. That's where I look at. It's essentially, I don't know, the best way I explain it is it's all the pros of alcohol without any of the cons, or at least without most of the cons. You kind of get all the positive effects, but you don't get like sloppy, you don't get stomach aches, you don't get hungover, you don't get headaches, but you do get that like social fluidity. You feel very euphoric, relaxed, kind of the same way as alcohol. It works on the same brain receptors. It's just different. You can drive a car while you drink it. It doesn't affect your motor function. You can pretty much do everything. It's not going to make you aggressive or likely to do stupid things. Yeah, I would say it's like kind of that's the best explanation I can give, I guess.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna give it a go. I assume it's available here in Australia. I haven't even looked it up, but
It's available everywhere, yes, but it's going to be more available in Australia, if anything, because it comes from that part
yeah.
of the world.
All right. I'll need to test it out. Cheers.
Yeah, they talk about it that you get drunk from the body down, your head sober. Because
Oh,
they say
okay.
there's a the common joke in Fiji is they get drunk and they fall off the bar stool, even though they're like, I'm fine, I'm fine.
All right. Interesting. All right. Let
Problem
me check
is,
that.
it tastes like dirt because it's made
Yeah,
from like root plants. So it's not the
tastes like
smoothest, most
shit. Yeah,
flavorful drink. It does have a good effect though.
Y'all are
Mixed life,
fucking
man.
hippies. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. All right, let's just keep going with the first dates. What are your go-to first dates?
I would
I
say it
reckon,
kind
like,
of depends on the
yeah.
it kind of depends on the context. Like if I'm in a foreign country, like if I travel around, go to a new place, Colombia, Poland, then usually I'll use the first date as an opportunity to like get to know the city because oftentimes if you're traveling solo particularly, you want to kind of learn about the culture, you want to see stuff. So I'll usually just like go like walk along like through the town, see all the stuff that I want to see in the city, and now I have like a tour guide, I have an excuse to see it. In my own city, I kind of often treat it like the sales process. So you have like a sort of connect call, and then you have like a strategy or a sales call, right? And I would like, if you're managing a lot of dates, what I often do is try and have like 4 or 5 in a row, between like 2 and 5 in a row to sort of vet the person, because you might find within half an hour that it's just not going to go anywhere. And I tend to find that the type of girls that might have some resistance to going home with you on the first date, if you've even seen them for like 10, 20 minutes over brunch on a Sunday or something like that, they're going to be much more receptive to escalation when you meet them again. So I often kind of try and like cycle through a few dates in a row to vet a little bit if I'm in my home city. But in foreign cities, I just use it to kind of explore as a tour guide. So go check stuff out with the girl.
Alrighty, who's next?
I do coffee. Coffee is usually my go-to. I just love it. I was in Bondi for a while, and no resistance to meeting up for coffee, and it's such a good thing, and I love it. So I'm telling the girl I'm taking her to my favorite spot. We go there. The people already know me. I talk about like getting some places locked down. And so when you go there and you treat her like a celebrity, it's like you're already framing the girl so hard because they know your name, they know your order, they're very inquisitive about the girl. So I usually go back to the same coffee shop all the time, and it's a good walk along Bondi, and then it's just like a 20 to 30 minute thing that rotates into something as a date, like a second date, third date, depending on if I vibe with the girl or not. Usually I'm like vetting a lot more nowadays rather than just new girl, new girl, new girl, new girl. I want to like quality girls.
I think
Is the coffee
the
shop
problem
open
with
after
that
5
is
p.m.? Can it be open in the evening? They often close at like 4, especially in
Yeah, well,
Bondi.
Sydney's not good. Yeah, so that's the thing. There's one that's open, so I do look at that, Alex. I do look. I'm like, okay, like a 4 p.m. But if I change to that, the only thing I change is like sushi for that late night because
Mm.
they're more open. And girls, the only like kind of thing that I get back from girls is that they don't want to have coffee too late. So that's where we'll change it for sushi. But that's the only two things. But if you go to like a Dubai or you go to LA, they're always open, you know?
I think that the funny thing with that is you can't have too many of those coffee dates in one day because you'll just be fucking running around screaming. That would be crazy.
Or carver dates, you'd be dead.
Oh, let's
5
not
carver
go there.
dates in a day, you'd be
Oh no,
like
I could
paralytic.
do it easily. That's not a problem for me.
Alrighty,
Alex is
Fair enough.
boring. Ready?
has anyone not answered so far?
Yeah. I had a spate of a lot of dating halfway through last year, and the girls that I would ask on dates have a really competitive dating life, so they have a lot of really good offers. So I'm thinking I want to have a really high standard date because that reflects my lifestyle and my standards. So I like to go to really lovely, fancy restaurants. I'm 38 as well, so I'm maybe a little older than you guys. So I go to really fancy cocktail bars at hotels around different cities, London, New York, or Sydney. And I love having cigars. So something like 5 or 6 in the afternoon, something casual they can do after work. And again, I'm vetting the girl, and I want it to be something that I really like as well. So that if I don't like the girl and I don't like the first 30 or 40 minutes of the date, at least the location is nice. It's a place that, again, I feel at home, these fancy bars in London and New York. I can have a cigar, and then I can kind of pull the pin if I don't like it, or I can take it further if I do. The general policy that most girls have in their mind, at least, is I will not sleep with a guy at the first opportunity. That's the general policy. So that first date, I generally expect, okay, she's not aiming to sleep with anyone. So just relax, enjoy the process, self-amuse a little bit, get to know the girl, enjoy my time, and then share that with her. And then usually if the girl can sense that I don't expect to sleep with her on day one, she thinks, okay, maybe I will sleep with this guy on day one. But as one of the other guys said, depends on the girl. If she was like a touristy backpacker type of girl, which generally I don't like because they don't have the same like hair, makeup, fitness as like a city girl, a well put together, more mature city girl. Then yeah, I might just invite her to my house or my Airbnb and go for a walk and then try to pull pretty quickly. But generally, I don't want to look like I'm trying to pull because that is more disarming. And then they get more in the mood to maybe do something on day one. But to answer the question in short, a lovely, fancy hotel bar where they serve cigars. There's a couple of really good ones in New York, Sydney, and Los Angeles, and London that I go to.
Oh, interesting.